What's up, Michael Jordan collectors and investors? I hope you guys are having a great weekend. So in this episode, I'll be covering the 1986 Fleer Michael Jordan rookie card. So last night we had some big auctions in on Golden Auctions. So we do not have the official results yet. I'm going to do a video on the official results, but I'm going to show where the bidding ended. And also half of the lots are still going on today. So we'll take a look at those. And Heritage Auctions also has some Michael Jordan rookie cards that are going on right now with about 11 days left. There's a PSA 10, so we'll look at that. So Card Gems here. Welcome to my channel. This is today's March 6th Michael Jordan rookie card market report. All right, let's dig into this. So here we are at Heritage Auctions. Here's a PSA 10. This has 11 days left, and it's up to $260,000. $312,000 with the buyer's premium. Pretty nice looking card here. We also have a few more listings here. So we have a 9, $23,000, and we have a 9 here for $21,000. And here's a BGS 9 that is at $18,000 actually. And we got a couple of 8s here at $8,000. 11 days left on all of these. If we go to Golden Auctions, so when the bidding ended, now these aren't the official results. These were an extended bidding, but the last price that I saw was they were both at $500,000 each. And if you add the buyer's premium, if it's 20%, these are $600,000 a piece. Now that buyer's premium can vary depending on how the buyer actually paid for the card. You know, if it's like a credit card, it could be a little bit more or it could be a little bit less, but we'll get the official results probably by tomorrow. You can see these stickers ended at $400,000 for the entire PSA 10 set. Look at this star card. We have a star card here, a 9 with a 10 auto, $350,000. So some really big sales in here. Here's a PSA 10 by itself, $180,000 with the buyer's premium. This might be close to the record. Look at this Interlake card. This 85, $170,000 for that card. The 85 Interlake. It's a large card. And look at this PSA 8 star card ended at $122,000. PSA 8, highest graded by PSA. And here's a BGS 9.5. This had a 10 center, but a 9 on the surface. And it last price I saw was $86,000 on this card. And one of the things that hurt this card, you can't really see it here, but the reason the surface got a 9 on it is because in the bottom right corner, like right in this area, there is a yellow ring, like an obvious yellow ring, and it sticks out. So that probably hurt the bidding on this card. And so this SGC 9.5 was also at $66,000 last I saw. This BGS 9.5 here is still going on today. See, it's at $71,000 right now. It's still going. Also, this PSA 9 is still going at $36,000. So this PSA 9 here with the set, with the raw set and the sticker, $45,000. The sticker was at a 6 with a stain. And you had a couple of 9s here for $39,000 each. So I'm not going to go into all of these until we get the official results, and I'll make a video, and I'll also highlight some of the other big auctions, you know, like the Kobe Black Label and the LeBron RPA. So we'll take a look at all of that stuff. So, but the current auction's still going on. Of course, you got the 9.5 that says a 10 on the surface, and there's also like some weird like stain thing on the back of the card, which I think might end up hurting the price as well. If you look here, I'm not sure what this is right here, going on right here. I don't know if that's on the holder or what, but that's going to end up hurting the price, I think. So, but yeah, we'll take a look at these on my next video. So looking at cardladder.com. So if you don't know, cardladder.com is a great resource for looking at sales data and current trends. If you want to check out this website, and they have some really nice charts here. If you want to check out this website, they also have an app for your phone. I'm going to put a link down below. It's a special link associated with my account. And if you click on that link, it really helps me out. So you should go check that out. It's really great resource. So PSA 1 has a pop of 134. So for the past 3 months, there's been 18 sales, and it's average of 3,006. Current price is 3,701, which was the last sell on the 4th. And the high was 5,125 within the 3-month span. So if we cut this down to a month, we can see that the average is actually a little bit higher, 3,858 with 9 sales. And the high is 5,125. If we cut it down to 2 weeks, you see that the average is 3,688, with the last sale being 3,700 on the 4th of March. So if we look on eBay, we have one here for 2,900, no bids. Here's 3,050, 27 bids. Here's 5,200, our best offer. And here's a couple more here. So looking at the PSA 2, PSA 2 has a pop of 178. For the past 3 months, it has sold 15 times for an average of 3,740. And the high in the 3 months was 5,307. So if we cut it down to 1 month, we're at 4,725, so it's higher. 7 sells, and the high was 5,307. And if we go to the last couple of weeks, it's dipped a little bit. So there's only been 2 sales though for 3,975, and it last sold for 4,050. So it's all about eye appeal on these. So 4,000 range would be a good price to find this card. So let's look on eBay. So here's 5,549, our best offer. Here's 5,800, our best offer. So these are all best offer prices here. We don't have any on auction currently. So PSA 3 has a pop of 344. So for the 3 months, there's been 14 sales, and it averaged 4,683. So if we cut that down to 1 month, we're at 5,244 for 7 sales. The high being 5,800 within the month. We cut it down to the 2 weeks. We're looking at 4,706 average for 3 sales, and it last sold for 5,175, and that is the high. So that was on March the 2nd here. So probably looking for a card around 5,000 price range. So here's one for 5,499, our best offer. Here's 5,500, buy it now. So these are above the average. Here's one at 5,999, best offer, and you got a few more options up here, and all the way up to like $10,000 range. So the PSA 4 has a pop of 685. So for 3 months, there's been 29 sales for an average of 4,926, and the high was 8,595. Looks like right here on the 4th of February. So if we cut this down to the month, let's see how it changes. So it looks like all of the month averages are really high. So 11 sales for 6,320. And the current price, the last sold was 5,400. And the high was 8,000. So the high was on the 5th of February. And it last sold for 5,400 on the 3rd for the month. And let's see what the 2-week average is. 5,370. So you probably want to find a card, around that 5,400 range. So let's see what we got. Here's 4,000, no bids. So that's higher than the average. So here's 4,700, no bids. Here's 5,799 our best offer. So that's the cheapest you can negotiate. And then it jumps up to 6,000 and 7,000 and higher. So looking at the PSA 5, it has a pop of 1,044. So for the 3 months, it's had 47 sales. That's a lot of sales. So it averaged 5,470. So it looks like for the 3 months, it's kind of came back. So if you look at the current price, 5,700, a lot of these grades, the prices come back to that 3 month average. So 4,700, 8,600 was the spike. So 5,700 sold on the 6th of March. Because if you look at the 1 month is like the spike average price on all of these cards. So 18 sales for 7,219. But then you go to the 2 week, and the 2 week is down to 6,550 for 6 sales. So 5,700, 65. So you want to find something in between these two prices here. So around 6,000. So the high was 7,800 on the 2 weeks. So $6,000 range. So let's see what eBay has. So here's 2,175, 19 bids. Here's 4,250, 25 bids. Here's 5,149, 21 bids. 5,400, 27 bids. Here's 6,250. So a little bit above that average of what you want to get. But they're taking offers. So, and this one's pushing 5,400. Well, it's got 5 hours left. So that's probably going to get up to around 6. And you got some more options here in the 6, a lot of them in the $6,000 range, some in the $7,000 range. So PSA 6 has a pop of 1,686. So for the 3 months, it sold 49 times, and it averaged 6,976. It last sold for 6,651. So again, the 3 month average is, it's the current prices kind of came back to the 3 month average. If we go to the 1 month, we'll see the spike probably around 8,000. So for 22 sales, and then when you hit the 2 weeks, we're at 7,469, 8 sales. So 10,000 right here on the 22nd of February. So current price 6,651. That sold on the 5th of March. So probably looking at a card around 6,500 to 7,000. That's probably what you want to try and get. So here's one for 3,400. Here's 4,050, 27 bids. Here's 4,251, 28 bids. Here's 5,000. Here's 5,434, 27 bids. Here's 6,100, 36 bids. So 6 hours left on this one. Then you have one for a buy it now, 8,995. So that's higher. That's higher than what you want to pay. So here's one that's taking offers, 9,999, and then you got a few more up here that are even higher. So BGS 6, so this has a pop of 456. It doesn't sell much. Even for the 3 months, there's only 4 sales. So, and that's average 7,044. So, and that's probably what, this current price here last sold for 6,177. So, you probably want to find something in here, 6,500 or so. The high price is 7,700 for the 3 months. Just doesn't sell very often. There's not a whole lot of these. I think a lot of them have been crossed over too. I think we have just the one here. Yeah, 5,900, one bid for just. This is the only one that's listed publicly. So 6.5 has a pop of 628. For the past 3 months, it's only sold 7 times. So it's kind of another rare grade. So it averaged 6,787 for the 3 months, and it last sold for 6,100 on the 27th of February, and the high was 8,556. That was on the 18th of February. So probably looking at a card around 6,000 to 6,500. So we have one here, 7,500, no bids. Here's 8,999, buy it now. And here's a best offer, buy it now for 7,850. So BGS 7 has a pop on 969. So we see a lot more of these cards. Well, there's only 9 sales for the last 3 months, but there's quite a few of these listed. So it averaged 8,105. and the record high was 12,700. Probably not going to see that again for a while. That was on the 7th of February. Last sold for 6,850 on the 4th. So, I'm probably looking for something, closer to this current price. So, about 7,000 at the most. So 4,450 right here, 21 bids. Here's 7,000, 0 bids. So, this is probably max what you want to try and pay for this card. Here's 8,900, our best offer. There's 9,999, our best offer, and you got plenty more options up here. This has really good eye appeal, so that's what PWCC has assessed. So plenty more options up here. So PSA 7 has a pop of 3,404. This has a large population, so it's the second most common grade. So 107 sales for the 3 months for average of 9,604. And see, here it is coming back to that average. 9,031 is what it last sold for just on the 4th of March. The record high was 15,900 on the huge spike we saw on the 6th of February. So if we cut it down to a month, we're going to see that it's probably, in the 10,000, 11,000 range here for our average 51 sales. So can't really go by this 1 month average. If you go to the 2 weeks, the 2 weeks is going to be similar but a little bit higher probably than the 3 months. So 9,624, 28 sales. And see, it last sold for 9,031 on the 5th of March. With the high being 12,300 in 2 weeks. So, but it has skidded. So you want to try to find something between 9,000 and 9,600. So like 9,500. Let's see if we find something like that. Here's 6,223, 8 bids. Here's 6,300. Here's another 6,300. Here's 7,500, 14 bids. 7,800, 45 bids. Here's 9,000. So this is probably about the max you want to pay. 0 bids. Here's 9,695 buy it now. So this is a little bit of a premium. But, if it's got perfect eye appeal, you might want to look at that. So here's 9,700, our best offers. So they're taking offers. And then you got plenty more here in like the 10,000 range. So BGS 7.5 has a pop of 1,460. 17 sales in the last 3 months for average of 8,506. Again, it's the current price right here. The last sold is coming back to that 3 month average. So this might, this 3 month average is actually good data for the current market. So 8,300 is sold on the 28th of February and the high was 13,000. So if we cut it to a month, we're going to see it's higher, 9,645 for 7 sales. And then in the 2 weeks, we're back at 8,150. So current price, so 8,300. Let's see what we got. There's 6,837 bids. Here's 9,999, 0 bids. So that's above that average. There's 10,150 our best offers. So this would be this is the cheapest one you can make some offers on, and you got a few more here. So PSA 8, this is the most common grade, 7,765. This is a huge pop. This is normally a pop for like every grade of some cards. So 177 sales for 3 months. And see, again, this is good data because look, it's come back to that current price, 14,891, 14,050 it last sold on the 1st of March, with the record high being 26,000. It's almost double. So if we go to 1 month, we're going to see that it's high, 17,933, 74 sales. And then we hit the 2 week. The 2 weeks should be closer to current price, 15,304. 31 bids. So we still get some sales for this price if it has if it's like perfectly centered, like if it looks so sharp that it could be, it looks like a 9 but it's actually an 8. That's where you're still going to get these prices here. So if between 15 and 14,000. So we got one for 7,100. Here's 9,624 bids, 10,102 bids, 10,203 bids, 11,355, 19 bids, 12,300, 25 bids. 12,322, 22 bids. 12,700, 24 bids. 15,600, see, 59 bids, 5 hours left, see. Something with really, really good eye appeal is still going to command that, above that average price. There's 16,100, buy it now. It's a new listing. There's a best offer, buy it now for 16,999, our best offer. And then you got a lot more here, 17, 18, a lot in the 18 price range. So you can just look around. You got a lot of options there. BGS 8 has a pop of 2,049. 43 sells in the last 3 months for average 10,885, almost exactly on that current price, which last sold for 10,900 on the 3rd of March, with the high being 17,800. So we can see at the 1 month it was higher, 13,000. When we go to the 2 weeks, 12,222, 8 sells. So we're probably looking at something around 11,000, 11 to 12,000 for this one. So here's 6,501, 28 bids. Here's 6,901, 24 bids. 7,001 bid. 7,100, 20 bids. Here's 9,900, 46 bids. And here's 11,000, no bids. So looks like he's did his research and he's priced it right at what he wants, the minimum that he would take. So there's 12,500 our best offer. So this is the cheapest you can negotiate. And then you got some more here for a little bit more. So SGC 8 has a pop around between 3 and 400. 9 sells for the last 3 months. So there's not a whole lot of sales of these SGC cards. Average 11,887. So it's going to be a lot different than the PSAs and BGS because the SGCs have really corrected themselves here recently. So the high was 19,000. So it really corrected and then it fell back down to earth. So if we go to the 1 month, it was at 14,000 average, 264. If we go to the 2 weeks, we're looking at 12,133 for 3 sales. Average 13,000 is the current price. So, and the high price is 13,400 in the 2 weeks. So 13,000 is probably that's like the high end price right there. All right, so let's look on here. We have one for 14,900 our best offers. So you can make some offers there. There's 18,000. And then there's one for 24,000. So this card doesn't sell very often. So if we look at the 8.5, it has a similar pop between 3 and 400. 7 sells for the last 3 months, average of 14,093. Last sold for 17,500. So much higher than the average. So the high price was 20,099. So 2 weeks there's only been just these 2 sells. So it's averaged 16,275 and 17,500. So around 17,000, 16,500 to 17,000. You want to try and get the card. And here's one that's on auction for 9,100, 2 bids. And here's one for 22,500. Buy it now. So that's higher than what you want. So BGS 8.5 has a pop of 2,549. So another common grade. 52 sells in 3 months, average 12,891, and it last sold for 11,000. So it's not surprising because some of these have minimal grades on these subgrades, and some have high end. 23,100 was the high, right here on the 4th of February. So we can cut this down to a month. It's probably going to be higher. Yeah, 15,881. So these cards had a great run for the past month. 18 sells. If we go to 2 weeks, 13,864 for 8 sells, 11,000 on the 1st of March. So, between 11 and 13,000 depending on the subgrades. So here's 11,124. So this is already doing well. 30 bids. And here's 12,499, 1 bid. It's a new listing. So that last sell was just really low because it appears that it's going to be a little bit higher than that, closer to the average. There's This one has no bids. The listing price is just too high, $16,000. Here's $16,950 at our best offer, and you got plenty more options here, a lot in the $17,000 range. So PSA 8.5 has a pop 386. Sold 12 times in the last 3 months for 26,618 average, and the last sold for 21,877, and the high was 43,400. So this had an incredible run there for a while. So for the last month, it averaged 27,000 with 6 sales, with the high of 35,000. And we go to the 2 weeks, we have just 2 sales for 21,488. And let's see, it last sold for around the same price. So 21 to 22,000 on this card. So we have one here, 13,087, 22 bids, 6 hours left. Here's 13,153 bids. And here's 39,999, our best offer. And then we got some here that are much, much higher. So SGC 9, this has a pop around 216. So 7 sales in the past 3 months, average 32,153. This card had been, neck and neck with the BGS 9, so they're similar in price. The current price, it last sold for 35,655 on the 1st of March. So it's very similar to the BGS 9. When it had spiked, it had actually sold for higher than the BGS, but it has since come pretty much dead even with it. 57,600 was the high. If we go to 1 month, it had averaged 34,781. So between 34,000. Let's see if we can find some on eBay. Here's 35,995. So he's got it right at that max average price. And here's best offer buy now, 47,500. And here's 49,000 our best offer, and 100,000. So we got the PSA 9 here. So 2,769. So this is a very strong card. This had an incredible run up in the 3 months. It had ran all the way up to 88,999 before it started to come back down to earth a little bit. And that was just on the 8th of February. 57 sales at average 51,762. So this is a good average here for the current state. 50,050. It last sold for on the 3rd of March. So if we go to the month, we'll see that it had this incredible run, and it was averaging 62,313 for 20 sales. But then we go to the 2 weeks, we got it at 51,750. So right now, you probably want to find one around this price, 50 to 52. But there are some big sales because this card can look, average, and it also can look like immaculate. Like it could be like a 9.5, like a BGS 9.5, and those go for a premium. See, like right here, this one's already started off pretty strong. 8,725. This has 4 days and 8 hours left. 31,461 bids. Here's 33,358 bids. Here's 33,769 bids. And see, here's 50,999. So right at that average right there. Here's another one right at the average. And then you got a bunch here in the 50 range. This guy's taking offers. This guy's taking offers at 59,000. A couple of guys there. And then you got some in the 60s all the way up. And some of these ones with really, really great eye appeal can, they can bring a premium, in the 60 range. So BGS 9 has a pop of 1,646. It sold 43 times in the last 3 months for 30,753 average. So if we cut this, the high was 56,000. That was when it really spiked, on the 7th of February. We have this current price right here for 55,000. So this is kind of surprising to me. So because we have some listed, on eBay right now for much, much less. We go to 1 month, there's 19 sales for 38,567 average. And then we go to the 2 weeks, and we got an average of 38,706 sales. So we have this sell right here. This is confirmed though. This is a confirmed sell for 55,000. And this had a 9.5 center and 3 9s on it. So, it was pretty decent. It had really good eye appeal, but this is huge. I mean, this one sold for 25,000, and the one before that was 40,000. So even if you go from this 40,000 to 55,000, it's really surprising. I mean, that would be great if that's what it's doing, but I just don't know, because you look here, there's 24,000 for this one, 48 bids, 25,000, 58 bids. There's 26,000, 31 bids, 4 hours left. 30,000, this one has no bids, so this has minimal. So let's look at the subs on this. So yeah, it looks like it has an 8.5 surface and 3 9s. So this would be like minimum subgrades, and it doesn't have a bid. So here's 31,166 bids. There's 32,134 bids, and here's basically 35,000 our best offer. So you can buy. Here's 36,000. You can buy it now, our best offer. So there's 38,000. So there's plenty that you can buy. Here's 40,000 our best offer. There's plenty in here that you can buy for less than 55,000. 42,000 our best offer. So that's why I'm saying that even this one here, top 30 eye appeal, 49,000 our best offer. So I don't know. It's kind of a crazy sell. So here's a SGC 9.5. It has a pop of 25. Only 4 sales in the last 3 months for an average of 69,149, with this one really high sell of 125,000. The last sold for 81,000 on the 27th of February. So, probably around 80,000, 75 to 80,000. We don't have any on eBay though. There was one in Golden Auctions, and so we don't have the final result on that one. But I believe with the buyer's premium, it's gonna be around this 80,000 mark, between 80 and 90,000. So BGS 9.5 has a pop of 526. There's been 12 sales in the last 3 months. It averaged 82,613. The really high one was 162,000 for a high-end card. It had quad 9.5s and above. And it last sold for 95,100, which was a low end. So you had this low end right here for 95,100. So that's minimum subgrades with 1.9 subgrade. And then you have, this was also a low end right here, 79,200 back on the 31st of January. And then you had this 162 spike right here. So let's look on eBay. So we have one here for 149,000, our best offer. This has a 9 on the centering. This one has a 9 on the edges, 150,000, our best offer. This is a quad 9.5. So this is actually a high end for 150,000, or buy it now. So they're not taking offers, it's just a buy it now. So here's one for 169,000, our best offer. And this one has a 9 on the centering. 175,000, our best offer on this one, has a 9 on the surface. So 181,000 on this one, has a 9 on the corners. And this one is 189,000. This one has a 9 on the surface. And here's 250,000. This has a 9 on the surface. And here's 300,000, our best offer, and this one has a 9 on the corners. And then we have this high end, a quad 9.5 and above. So this is an actual high end. This has a 10 on the surface. 339,000, our best offer. And this one, you get the sticker rookie card as well. So this is sold as much as 69,000. And then you have this one, has a 9 on the surface. So 399,000, our best offer for the pair. And then lastly, we have this pair here. This has a 9 on the edges. This has a 9 on the corners. 536,000, our best offer on this one for the pair. So looking at the PSA 10, there's a pop of 315. So there's been 10 sales in the last 3 months. So it's average at 412,000. So the last sold for 588,000. We haven't got the the 2 from Golden Auction yet that could be possibly 600,000 or more. I think they're going to be around 600,000. So the record high was 720,000. That was a pair that sold on Golden Auctions, about a month ago, for the 30th of January. And then since then, we had a sell for $645,000 on the 3rd of February, and then we had $612,000 on the 20th of February. And then the last sell was $588,000 on the 26th of February. So it's been dipping since that high. And then we got those 2 sales last night. So it's going to probably bring that average back up quite a bit. So if we check eBay, we just have these 2 here. One for $1 million or best offer, and here's another one for $1 million best offer. But you also get the sticker, which may have broken a record last night. It's going to be around $220,000 after buyer's premium. So if we check recently ended, so we have this one here, 4,050, 39 bids. It's a PSA 2. Here's a PSA 7 for 9,207, 46 bids. Here's a BGSA for 10,643 bids. Here's a PSA 8.5 for 19,682 bids. So that's below the average. So here's a PSA 9 for 53,134 bids. Here's a PSA 1 listed for 3,875. So let's see what it sold for. 3,675 on that one. So here's a BGS 6 for 5,904 bids. Here is a PSA 8 with the off-centered qualifier for 9,999. Someone pulled the trigger on that one. Here's a authentic altered BGS for 7,850, and it's sold for 5,496. What it went for. So here's a PSA 4 sold for 5,123, 14 bids. Here's a PSA 7 sold for 8,800. Buy it now. Here's a PSA 6 sold for $8,900. Well, it's listed for $8,999 and it's sold for $7,000. So here's a PSA 9 listed for $88,000 or best offer, and it's sold for $69,000. So again, you know, if it has really strong eye appeal, it's going to get that premium price. You know, $69,000 is probably about the highest it's going to be right now. So here's a PSA 8 with a MC qualifier, so miscut, because it's, you know, it's more than off center, it's a miscut. Look how thin this is. So 7,000, one bid. So here's a PSA 4.5 for 6,399. Buy it now. Here's a PSA 8 for 14,101, 60 bids on that one. Here's a PSA 7.5 listed for 12,399, and this sold for 11,999 for that card. So here's a PSA 7 for 8,400. It's 57 bids. So you can see the difference between a 7.5 and a 7. It's quite a premium. So PSA 8, 14,608, 41 bids. Here's a BGS 7 for 6,850, 46 bids. Here's a PSA 1 for 3,701, 41 bids. Here's a BGS 5.5 for 7,982 bids. So wow, that's quite a bit for a 5.5 right there. So PSA 7.5 listed for 13,999. So let's see what this 7.5 went for. 11,650. I believe this is actually the same card. It's just been relisted. So here's a BGS 7. So this is listed for 89,000. So this is the one. This is that big sell, 55,000. And this was confirmed by Card Ladder. So, you know, this is quite an outlier right here. So this says a 9.5 center and 3.9 subs. So someone must believe that this will definitely cross over to a PSA 9. So here's an authentic altered for 7,720. Buy it now. Here's a PSA 4 listed for 6,200. See what a PSA 4 went for. 6,100 for that. So not bad for a PSA 4. So BGS 7 listed for 10,000. See what the 7 went for. $8,000 for that 7. So here's a SGC 5 for 4,300, 17 bids. It's about average. Here's a PSA 7 sold for 8,099, 2 bids. That's about average. Here's a PSA 6 sold for 6,651, 11 bids. Here's an authentic altered for 3,099, 3 bids. Here's PSA 8.5 sold for 18,171 bids. So that's below the average. So here's a PSA 8 for 14,050, 32 bids. Here's a PSA 7 sold by it now, 10,995. So yeah, that's pretty good. And we got a PSA 9 with the off-center qualifier. It was listed for 14,995, and someone pulled the trigger on this one probably pretty quickly, because I've seen these sell, pretty good, around 18,000. PSA 8, 11,402, 6 bids. Here's a PSA 5 for 5,700, 19 bids. Here's a PSA 7 for 11,799, 79 bids. These 7s are selling pretty good. So here's a SGC 5 listed for 5,750, and it sold for 4,890. Here's a BGS 6.5 sold for 6,904 bids. So I bet someone's gonna cross that over. So here's a PSA 7 for 9,799. It was a buy it now. And that's it. So that's my update for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please give it a like. And if you haven't checked out cardladder.com, please click that link down below, the special link, and go check those guys out. It's a great resource. And for you guys that haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And you guys have a great rest of your weekend. And I'll see you in the next Michael Jordan Market Report.